To the Ghost, this will be Richard Burt.
Not
Richard
sure
Burt, very tentative.
I'm pretty sure it's Phil Dick in the seat. I could be wrong here. Because Richard's got silver helmets.
That's Richard Burt.
No, it is. He's obviously there. He looks lower. I was trying to work out the colour of the helmets there, but it is Richard Burt.
Yeah, very, very tentative. Well, he's had 2 flame-outs today. So, I'll tell you, this is not like the man that we're used to seeing.
No.
But he knows that he can make it into the top 9 due to the numbers.
He'll play the numbers game. He'll keep working on the boat. He's the professor. We call him that for a reason.
Geez, he ran over that bit of dirt.
He's using it as a bit of an excavator at the moment. The Ghost, the G Host, is on the water. A little bit to go. One more turn and he's done. Let's see what he can put.
Yeah, Richard Burt lays one down finally in Q5 with a 56.921. So finally Richard Burt gets time on the board. And during the lunch break, I was watching him running around to a number of boats, mate. He was out there, he was talking to Blake Bryant. He was obviously working on the Ghost. He was talking a lot of people go to Richard Burt, right, what's happening here? He's the, like, as you said, he's the twinker, he's the tweaker, he's the professor.
I tell you what he was doing, and I caught up with him in the break. He was actually repitching Blake Bryant's blades. Blake's boat's been pulling over 9,000, which, talking to the Peter Bryant, who's obviously the Mr. Book of knowledge of these boats, and they're trying to get it back to that 7,000 revs, so they reckon they can get that thing really dialed in. Here we go.
All right, so wired, Aaron Hansen, Julianne Shanks, and this boat's still issue with the jet unit. You can see that now. There's 2 issues with that jet unit. Water coming out of places it shouldn't be. I'm not too sure that they're even aware of it.
Oh, look, I'm pretty sure the old Aaron's pretty keen to join the Southern Squirters. He's got stuff squirting out everywhere the side of that unit. He's got a blown seal or a crack in the back there, which is not helping.
Yeah, it looks like he has blown a seal. And we're not talking about ice cream here, ladies and gentlemen. So it is Aaron Hansen. And he's pretty happy with the way he's going after 3 years out of the sport.
29.430 at the split. Nothing wrong with that, even though he's losing a bit of punch with that water squirting going on. It is only going to get worse as the day goes on, but if he brings it home, he's certainly got the rotation right. And
Aaron Hansen and Julianne Shanks with a 46.054, 46.054. So that is a bloody great time there for Aaron Hansen and Julianne Shanks.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he's gone straight to P1 with it, and that is certainly the time of the day for them to go on there, but it just goes to show how we've gone up a gear. We have gone up a gear. There's been blade changes. There's been Mr. Coley, who has been begging for a bit more power to be put into his mouth-fresh webbing. Blake Bryant, who's just repitched his blades to see if he can bring the revs down. Speaking of Blake Bryant, here he comes off the boat. So
interesting, Peter Coey from Sprint Tech. I noticed he was getting in amongst all of his charges down here, and there are a number of them from Sprint Tech. He's been keeping an eye on what everybody's been up to. And, geez, I tell you what, the man isn't a 9+ time world champion. I might have got that wrong. I remember years ago, Peter Coey had a sign out the front. He said 8.5 times world champion. I said, isn't that 9.5 at this point? And he said, oh, it could be. Anyway, Blake Bryant, bars, bugs, great thing to put in your water bottle for your windscreen. I use it at home. So bars, bugs, Blake Bryant, Cassandra Norman. Oh, now look at this thing. He was late into there. He got there a lot quicker than he was expecting.
Absolutely. You can still hear it's on the limiter, but he has made a difference. Down he goes the hip and doesn't even lift. Can't believe it. Stays up it, shoots it out the other side. He's given everything a go. He's pushing Sam Newdick, and he will push him all day long.
Oh, a bit of a hesitation. Hit the crosswash a little bit. Upset him. The split is at 28.6. That is a cracking split.
Unbelievable. We're not even at the final, and we're down to a 28 in the split. So this is on. He's trying to lay one down. He's trying to claw his way back.
Now he's put his foot down. Blake Bryant across the line. 45.337, ladies and gentlemen. 45.337. Blake Bryant, wow. I reckon Kate, his wife, will be sitting at home just trying to put the babies to bed.
Oh, mate, it'll be getting a little bit dizzy and gizzy, I can tell you.
Oh, won't they?
It is absolutely going to be a brawl and a half.
All right, now we've got the blown forward of Richard Murray in the meaner machine. And I went to have a chat to Richard during the lunch break, and he was on the phone to Tim Coleman discussing how things. I didn't get a chance to speak to him at all, but they're a pretty happy team out there at the meaner machine at the moment.
Yeah, they are very happy. They've got a little bit of alternator belt problems, but he reckons it'll hold together. Steve Edmonds, he said he's never been so excited in 5 years. His brother Chris is over there in Aussie. I know he's listening, but I tell you what, Steve is every bit into this. Big blowing fever. We're off.
Oh, this is great racing, and it is just so awesome to see that Richard Murray, I reckon he was having to think about retiring. I reckon after today, there's no thought of that.
Oh, I'll tell you what, they are staying on the gas pedal, coming round to that split, and he's every bit there. They're hanging in there, 30.4, a little bit down to where he wanted to be, but listen to this baby roar.
Well, they're still trying to get this thing dialed in, of course, after 3 years away. And this boat produces an enormous amount of horsepower. Richard Murray, 47.424.
Oh, I tell you what, that thing makes some noise. It certainly gets your heckles going. Everyone's looking at it. It is such a mean machine. That's why it's called the meaner machine to listen to.
Oh, mate, isn't it funny? The old chicken skinners, I like to call it, just stands up on their arms, the back of the neck. And if that doesn't get you excited, you might as well be dead. Like, seriously, that is just phenomenal as we see now Dave Simmons. Now, this ECU system in here, the start during Q3, I think it was, when a Copton spluttered off the line, because they picked up a bit of weed in the jet unit and over the inlet to the water, it said that the engine was getting hot and then said you don't get power. Once they cleared it, the ECU said, right, you're good to go, and off he went.
Look at the way this boat sits in the water. It's bow down, pushes a lot of water, but it's revving. He's got every bit into it.
Oh, look at his lovely daughter there, Millie, sitting in alongside him. She's doing such a good job of navigating. Really come to the top end of the field in her job and her career as a navigator. But it's Dave Simmons with the Link ECU coming into the split now. It'll be a bit down on where he wants to be, but at the third job, 29.7.
He's pulled a bit out on Richard Murray there. He'd be pretty happy with this. It's the big finish that he needs. Through the knife straight line. 2 corners to go. He's still keeping the revs on. He's certainly got the drive.
That's a great line through there. Took a bit of a chunk out of that, and that's a 46.78. So it is Blake Bryant, Aaron Hansen, Dave Simmons, Richard Murray, Richard Burt at this point. But we've still got Rob Coley, Sam Newdick, and Robert White left to go for qualifying round 5 for Superboats. We were trying to dial it down a bit late.
Yeah, we've been a bit calm, just working our way in, but we have got 3 excitement machines left to come here, and it's a little bit of a worry because we're going to be out of voice by the time we get to the big finale, which we really like raving at.
Yeah, well, exactly. But what we'll do when we get to the excitement, like some people like to finish off strong, we'll just finish off. Oh, no, they won, thanks, bye. Unlikely, mate.
Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Righto.
Yes, good night, Mary.
Mouth fresh Superboats. Rob Coley. Been begging for more power, so they can turn up so much power each time, just dial into the computer. He's running something like 25% different. All he needs is the right rotation. That's all we need to see, and off he goes. Let's see what he can do this time round. Clear
This is
head.
looking good so far. Continue on there. Well done, Rob. The big loop now in towards the hairpin. Line that up. That is a good entrance in there. Nice and calm entry and a beautiful execution and exit.
Keep it on. That's it. That was the one that got him last time. Now he's on it. He can start working his way to the split.
They've really worked at this during the lunch break, and it looks timid, but it's still a 30.6.
You'll start to see him work on the power now. He'll want to hold it. He knows he's going well. He's all he's got to do. 3 corners to go.
Well done. He can't get it wrong from here with, well, fingers crossed. But yeah, Rob Coley and Ange Coley lay a nice one down with a 47.695.
That's what we needed, and that's what the crowd needed. We needed that man in that green machine to start landing a few wins. and that is it. He's got a couple on the board. He just needs confidence, and we know they can give him heaps more power. You wait till you see what that does next time it comes out.
No doubt about it. Now that he's got that rotation sorted, I had a chat with Ange during the lunch break. I said, how did he manage to get the start shoot wrong on Q1? And she said, you're too busy mucking around with the steering wheel. And by the time the light went green, he just went, there we go, we're facing that way. They got back to the trailer and everyone went, you went the wrong way. And he went, oh.
Then the hairpin, the wrong entrance.
Yeah, that's it. So there's been plenty going on. But we've got Ruben Hoxema and Jacob Wood. Listen to this thing boosting up.
Let's go.
They've dialed it. He put the retard on it, didn't he?
Rockstar Ruby in the 6-cylinder. This Flying Dutchman, he couldn't afford the other 2 cylinders, so he's running with 6. And he's going to work his way around the park. This will be interesting to see how he goes. Absolutely
he took
going
a shortcut across there like a mass ball mower last time. He said, what do you reckon, mate? Is that why they call me the Flying Dutchman? He was late into that one, wasn't he?
Oh, mate, he just about left it on the bank, but never mind, he's back. Here comes the split. He is a sub-30. He is on at a 29.5. Rockstar Ruben Hoxema is about to pull a hot steamer.
Oh, look at the way that this man is going about his business here today before your very eyes here at the Hastings Jet Sprint track. Ruben Hoxema across the line in a 47.356. So Ruben puts himself into P4 at the moment. So the likes of Richard Murray, Rob Coley and Richard Burt, some big names behind
the
Ruben.
6-cylinder.
It's unbelievable. Oh, these guys are going to get angry now.
Mate,
that's what we look for. We want to see anger.
The little 6-cylinders poking its nose up there. But who we got next? Robert White. Twin turbo, Chevy, small block, beautifully presented boat. It's his first meeting in this boat. He's had it for 12 months, but COVID stopped him using it. So really watching how he unfolds. And this guy is a loose cannon. Once he lets rolling, he's in it, or bin it, or win it.
Oh, mate, Robert said, we only went wrong once in one rotation, one part of the course. I said, right, what happened after that? He said, we were that lost, it didn't matter. So he doesn't call the multiple wrong way the way that we call the wrong way. But Robert White, so far with Lisa Club, this is looking a lot more confident, but it is only early in this lap.
Just got away with that. He
that's
just about
the right way.
Hopping. Now he's back on it. Let's see, bringing it into the split. Got a little bit of work to do to finish, but not quite going to be a sub-30. Bang on, 31.36. So the second half of the track, he's got the power. He needs to lay it down and keep confident.
Ease it off there. Now turn right. All right, well done, Robert White. So Robert White, Lisa Club, they're going to lay down a good one. We'll keep an eye on him at the end here because you never know what he's going to do towards the end of that. 47.127.
Yep.
That is his best time of the day. Confidence in the rotation. No second guessing. There was a lot of conversation going on in the lunch break.
There was no way he was going to let that 6-shooter get in front of him. So he's got out there and just snuck in front of Ruby in the old 6-cylinder. So one to go, two
Ruben,
to go.
They were saying that the operating temperature of the turbo was up at about 150 degrees and they couldn't cool it down, which is why it's taken a while for that 6-cylinder to get sorted out. That is the information I've been given, and sort of something roughly. It was a little bit more technical than that, but it sort of went all the way over my head and landed in the next township, sort of near Rarotonga.
Cook some eggs at 150 degrees, mate. Righto, we look like we're back in the Ghost. Phil Dick looks like...
No, it will be Sam Newdick, in fact, and Shama Puta-Renui. So, they didn't get quite the clearance off the trailer there. So that's come back on the trailer as the Sun Tough machine of Sam Newdick. So Lou, our ramp controller down there, I think...
I see. We got a bit of an issue down at the hairpin. That's what's going on. So they're putting them back on.
All right, no worries. So we'll just take a short break. We'll come back to you with some information in just a very short amount of time.
I think we've got someone on walkabout over there. Where's the toilet? Okie dokie, we're going back with Sam the Man, Green Eggs and Ham Newdick. Watch this. He is so good to watch, super smooth, makes it look so effortless every time he jumps in the seat.
This will be a masterclass through here, as it has been every time. That is just smooth. That is just incredible that you can get a boat in and out there the way that Sam Newdick does that. There's people right around the world, top drivers around the world, just watching how he goes about doing this. The split, 28.6.
Tell you what, that is so close. Blake Bryant was exactly the same.
Wow.
Blake Bryant with a 28.6. So these guys are blow for blow, even Stevens.
So Sam Newdick across the line. 45.089. Quick time, ladies and gentlemen. And wow.
Nothing in that. 200ths of a second between Sam and Blake at the moment. It is on.
Oh, it is on like Donkey Kong.
I'll tell you what, I was talking to Sam in the break and I said to him, how did you go at P1 when he come out and looked at his arm out? He used 18% of throttle. 18% of his throttle.
Oh, by the way, just to let you know that Richard Murray in that blown 440 cubic inch Ford engine, the Mina machine, that uses 32 litres of methanol for a lap. Now, if you put that fuel into a Suzuki Swift, you could drive from here to Auckland, but who wants to drive a Swift anyway?
Suzuki used to be one of our major sponsors.
And Suzuki are great as well, and they've got good airbags and Vitaras.
A good comeback, mate. Righto, Phil Dick, the ghost. He's been ghosting, he's been battling. He's been having hard work with it all day, but let's hope he can string it together. He's got the master, Richard Burt, working away in the background, flat out trying to get this thing to handle and keep going and run. But certainly looks like they're making headway.
Yeah, certainly are, and it's good to see that the Ghost is getting back onto track, and they're just laying down a time at the moment. That is round one of the PSP New Zealand Jet Sprint Championships, and you can't win a championship in round one, but you certainly need to be up and about, so they're a little bit away from where they want to be.
Yeah, mate, well down on that split time, 37.982, but I think you'll still be happy that they're ironing out the problems and getting around there, so good on them, get more seat time, keep working on it. 2 corners to go, bring it home.
They'll be happy to have laid a time down and got the rotation right, so heading into the finals, that'll be good. I probably should have precluded that conversation about the Suzuki Swift. Who'd want to drive a Suzuki Swift when you could be driving a V8 Superboat sucking 32 litres of methanol for a lap? But a Suzuki Swift is a nice way to get to Auckland because you can't drive a V8 Superboat that far.
I like it. Hey, just a quick shout out to Drainage Systems who paid for and providing the live stream out there to all you guys around the world and around New Zealand. Drainage Systems, big part of jet sprinting. Of course, Mark Newdick, the PSP boys and everything was with them. So we do appreciate it, and I'm sure you guys do it all at home. So make sure you do not push the go now and pay now button, because Mark has sort of come to you to live streaming via jetsprint.co.nz.